Hi everybody, thanks for tuning into the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Masterverse New Adventures of He-Man Skeletor. If Saturday morning cartoons fueled your imagination as a kid and powers your action figure collecting now as an adult, then you're in the right place. Thanks for stopping by and welcome to Saturday Morning Toy Collector. And if you like my content, please consider subscribing. Alright, before we get to the front of the package, if you want to add this Skeletor to your collection, you can do so at Target.com. The link is in the description below. So, taking a closer look at the front of this package, it's your standard Masterverse packaging for a single non-deluxe figure that we normally get. I love the New Adventures of He-Man logo right there on the front. Looks really nice. And you can see Skeletor in all of his onion-headed glory. Looking good. Flipping around here on the side of the package, you can see some nice, beautiful artwork painted on the side. And then some more of that beautiful artwork here on the back and that cross-sell with Merman, Grizzlor, Buzz-Off, and Faker. I didn't get this Merman or Grizzlor, but I did get Buzz-Off and Faker, and we will be reviewing those in the coming weeks. So stay tuned if you're interested in seeing those. And I will probably go back and pick up Merman and Grizzlor. Don't know what I was thinking. But yeah, I need more He-Man on my shelf. Taking a closer look at the accessories here, you can see he does come with his Space Havoc staff with a nice skull motif at the top and a claw down at the bottom, or some sort of blade. His helmet, he does come with two sets of hands, both two fists and two open hands. Taking a look at the figure itself, just standing straight up and down. Man, I really love these colors. The light blue is that perfect Skeletor blue. I'm loving like this weird hair that he's got going on has always been kind of crazy to me. I love this like magenta colored chest plate, which is really cool, and lots of like digital spacey kind of detail. The rivets and the layers of armor on the loincloth or the pants looks really cool, and I love the tubing and the work on the legs. But man, those huge boots with those massive knee pads, those are just so boss. They just look so awesome. I love those things. Flipping around here on the side, you can see everything that he's got going on. He's pretty symmetrical left and right, so we're just going to take a look at one side here. And man, again, the colors on this guy are just fantastic. Flipping around here on the back, and I moved the cape to the front so you can see all of the sculpted detail on the back and the weird kind of all of the gadgets and hoses and everything going on. The little detail on the back of my head seems to be a little off, or applied. The little piece is applied kind of crookedly. But moving down, you can see all the detail on the back. These weird circular shapes on his elbows that just look like they melted in the factory, and he was leaning up against the wall or something. The details on the belt and the back of the pants look really cool. He's got some non-symmetrical detail going on with the legs, with some tubes on the left leg, and then straight up and down and more on the right leg coming around from the thigh. Just looks really cool. Nice attention to detail here on the back of the figure, which is typically facing the back of your shelf and covered with a cape. Again, here's a close-up of the back of the figure, and you can see where that little piece of his helmet that it's like permanently attached to the back of his head. It's kind of placed kind of crookedly. I'd be interested to see if anybody else is crooked like that, or if it's just mine. But flipping around here on the front, you can see a really nice details in like the lettuce that's coming over the top of his head. I love how it like he's got like a dry brushing on his face, which is really like a wash on his face, which is really nice. Brings out the detail in the cheeks and definitely in the teeth. You can see where the front part of his chest plate is glued and affixed permanently to his collarbones, but it also looks like it's embedded in there as well. So that's really cool for like the sculpt of the figure. I love the silver detail of the skulls on his chest plate, like that maybe like where like his cape would attach. That's really cool. And then all of the tubing and everything. This looks kind of like a gumball machine. Like you put a quarter in there, and then like you can see the gumball like pop out and go all the way down his his chest plate. Oh gosh, it's a silly day. It's a silly day. I think I've had too much coffee today. Flipping around here on the side, you can definitely get an angle on that head and see all of the detail and painted details there. It looks really nice. And I got a little bit of a little mess of glue right there on the side where it connects the top of that chest plate to his chest. I wonder if I can scratch that off a little bit later on. But, you know, this is a figure that when you put the helmet on, it just really brings the character to life. This absurdly large helmet looks really cool. The different shades of silver and gray look really nice. I'm getting some like Starscream vent vibes off the side of this helmet, and that skull on the top just looks fantastic. And then, you know, just getting like a 3/4 view here, you can see some of the layering and texturing on the sides of his helmet, and then flipping around here on the back, you can see it's kind of got that swirly pearlescent silver going on, and some different, you know, mattes, and like a matte finish, and then also like a shinier, more glossy silver on that helmet. Just looks really nice. It just really brings out the detail on this helmet. All right, taking a closer look at old Skeletor here himself. You know, you got some really nice movement going on here with the head. He can look up about that far and look down all the way, which is really nice. And you know, I really want to try to, this helmet's kind of difficult to just slide right on. But just putting the helmet on, just want to check the functionality here on the head. The articulation is not really hindered that much with the helmet. It's not bad at all. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of show off some of the articulation here with this chest piece. It is kind of a soft, pliable piece of plastic, but it is glued very well to that chest, so it's not going to be coming off. He can only tilt it down about that far, which is not that far, but he can tilt back a pretty good ways, which is not bad. He does have the waist swivel right there. There's, you know, a cut right on the belt. The arms can kind of go out and hit that T pose, no problem. We're doing great in that respect. Arms can go all the way around. We've got that upper bicep swivel. We'd have the double jointed pinless elbows, which is nice. He can get past 90 but not go all the way up. He does have a horizontal hinge right there on the wrist, but no forearm cut. There's no drop down with the legs at all, but you do have that upper thigh cut. You have he can go forward about that far and only go back about that far. It's not bad though, not bad at all. You do have a double jointed pinless knees. He can go all the way back. Can't quite kick his own butt, but he can go back pretty far. And there's that upper boot cut with a massive knee pad, which I really dig. It looks so cool. It's giving me Manny Faces vibes. And then he's got a nice hinge and swivel and pivot down on the foot ankle rocker, looking really nice. And man, like I said, that helmet just really transforms the look of the figure when you put it on. And you can see how there's that piece that I'm talking about that's kind of put on a little crooked. It almost looks like that's like a small piece where the helmet kind of grows out of this smaller piece and like wraps around his head. I kind of dig that. I don't remember how it actually, you know, if it was integrated into his head or if he just wore it all the time in the cartoon. I have such a terrible memory of that cartoon. It's hard. It's been so long since I've watched it. I don't remember. But here we can have his Havoc staff in his hand. Let's see if I can, yeah, get him standing up. Turn that staff around, and then let's bring in the New Adventures of He-Man, which is the only other New Adventures figure that's out right now. Slushhead's coming out later from Target this fall, so we'll be able to pick him up. And here he is next to He-Man, looking really nice. Boy, just, God, these figures bring back so many memories. The nostalgia hits really hard on these figures, definitely. I'm digging it so much. But let's get him out of the way. Let's get old Skeletor into some backgrounds and under some lighting and see how he poses up. Man, I really love this figure. I love the colors. I love the detail, all the spacey, techie details that are all over this guy, from his helmet to his chest plate to his Havoc staff. The colors just do it for me. I love this figure, and he is such a bizarre looking guy. But I love him, and he goes great with He-Man, and I hope we get a couple of others. I know we're getting Slushhead down the road, but I hope we get some more to round out the collection. That'd be super, super nice. And like I said before, if you want to pick this figure up, you can do so down at the link in the description. You can get it directly from Target because it is a Target exclusive. So thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. I super appreciate it. Please continue to check us out over at Instagram at Saturday Morning Toy Collector. I am the Saturday Morning Toy Collector. I'm your host, Mark, and remember, I will see you in the toy aisles.